Dear learners, welcome to my channel. Now, in the last video, we have learned about how to create a tree map, which is a part of a hierarchy charts. And one of the hierarchy charts is a tree map. We have two hierarchy charts. The first is a tree map, and then there is a sunburst, right? But over here in the build visual, this is the one chart which is like inbuilt part of a visualization, which is a tree map that we have learned into the last session. Previous to that session, we have learned about how to create a map chart. And previous to that session, we have learned about how to create a matrix chart. Now, in this video, we are going to learn about something known as trend that is happening over a period of time. So, one of the important chart for finding out the trend, that is a line chart, and there is something known as area chart. So these visuals are available over here in the first column and the second row. So if you see, we have something known as line chart, we have something known as area chart, and then we have something known as staked area chart and 100% staked area chart. So in this video, these all are related to trend chart, and these are combination of the staked column as well as line chart. So in this video, we are going to explore this area chart. Now, whenever we want to see a trend, then the general thing that is people use line graph, right? But area chart is also one of the interesting chart that will tell you how your revenue is moving over a period of time. So here we have time data that is related to my calendar. So I'm having a fiscal year, I'm having a fiscal month, and I'm having a fiscal month number. So I'm having this variable where I am having all these things, and I want to see over a period of time how it is changing. So I want to basically analyze my revenue over a period of time. So that is what trend it is all about, right? So now let's understand what this trend is all about and how we insert the area chart. So first of all, we are going to click on this blank canvas and we are going to select area chart. So what will happen? This area chart will be visible over here. Now let me just adjust first of all the size of the area chart. I'll just stretch it up till the end and you will see this entire in my area chart. Now in the area chart you have something known as x-axis, you have something known as y-axis, then you have something known as secondary y-axis. So if you want a dual chart or combination of two y-axis, then you have to put this into the secondary y-axis. Then there is something known as legend. Legend is basically the third dimension, the perspective by which you want to analyze it. Then we have something known as small multiples. Then we have something known as tooltips. Okay, so this tooltips is basically the extra dimension that you want to see in your report, right? The values that you want to see. First of all, we'll see the basic, that is x-axis and y-axis, right? Let's say, for example, I want to analyze my revenue. So I've already created a measure called revenue in my item list. So if you see, this is my measure revenue. This is what I want to analyze it. So whatever values that you want to analyze, you always have to put it in the y-axis. So now let me just tick mark the revenue. So automatically it will go into the y-axis. Now, whenever you put that variable into the y-axis, you will see there is only one dot. Why? Because we have not given any perspective by which you want to analyze. So if you see only y-axis, you will see the revenue, and it is listing from some 60 million, then 80 million, and 100 million. Why? Because there is no value I have put it in the x-axis. But let me just go to the year. And if I put year into my analysis on the x-axis, you will see something chart that is available. Now, if you see, the year are listed over here 2017, 2018, 2019. Now, if you remember, we have taken this year, which is a normal calendar year. If you see, we have taken year as a normal. Look into this data. If you see, our revenue is growing consistently up till 2019 and then it is getting dropping in 2020. Now, looking to this chart, we can interpret that our revenue is getting declined over a period of time. Why? Because the data as of now year which we have taken, it was in the normal calendar year, but our data, if you see over here, it is given in terms of financial year. So now let me remove year variable and let me put financial year, because that is my correct data, right? So if you see financial year, then you will see consistent growth that is shown into the graph. So if I put a wrong variable, or wrong dimension into my analysis, your entire analysis will go wrong, right? Since our data was given in the financial term year, in financial year our data is given, so I have to take financial year into consideration. If I put normal year into consideration, then you will have a wrong analysis, right? If I put my normal year into my x-axis, then it will show you that there is a decline. Now, why it is showing like this? So if you remember, say for example, in this chart, this matrix, say for example, if I remove year and I put only year, okay? So you see there are gaps, right? If I remove fiscal month and if I put month, a normal month, you will see our data is having some missing value. So from January to June there are no data, and from August to December in 2020 there is no data value. This is my normal calendar. So the graph as of now above, it is of this data. Since there are no values in 2017 and no values in 2020, you will see there is a decline, right? Because the data was not arranged properly, our analysis, what is visible over here, it's a wrong analysis. Why? Because our data, first of all, need to be structured and it should be correct one. Otherwise, if your data is not arranged, then your analysis will go wrong, right? So whenever we want to plot a data, we need to make sure that our data is arranged in a structured manner. Now, what do I mean by structured manner? The data should be in terms of rows and columns. There should not be any missing value. Now, as of now, you will see over here there are missing values, and that's why our entire graph is showing wrong analysis, right? So that's why it is very important to first structure your data. So we have already done this thing in our transformation of calendar table that we have created in a matrix visualization, that we always have to make sure that we need to transform our calendar. So if I put fiscal year into my uh, column category, and if I put fiscal month, and if I arrange, now this data is particularly arranged in a structured manner. So now this variable fiscal month and year I have to use into my this chart, that is area chart. So let me remove my area and I'll put fiscal year into my consideration. Now if you see, the entire analysis is a correct one, right? So it is very important to understand that if you put wrong data into your chart, then your analysis will also go wrong. Okay, to make sure that your analysis is correct, the first thing that you need to check it is whether your data is arranged in a proper and correct manner or not. Because once your data is not arranged in the correct manner, then it might happen that your analysis can go entirely wrong. And that is why we have seen firstly that you have to create a data into a structured manner. If your data is given in terms of financial year, you need to convert your data into financial year, and most of the countries they follow a particular calendar timeline for their financial year. So in whatever country it is following, you have to transform your data into that calendar year, financial calendar year, and then only you go for the analysis. Now, if you see over here in the area chart, as of now, you will not see, let me just arrange this visual, you will not see anything which is we can do bifurcation or you can drill down your data, because as of now I am only having year into my x-axis and this is only revenue. So if you see my revenue, that is changing over a period of time and it is consistently increasing it. Now this values that you are able to see 2020 in revenue, these are known as tooltips. Tooltips will tell you what is there inside that data. If you see, this is a data point of 2019. Now, say for example, if I want the intermediary value, say for example, I'm having years, then I'm having month also. Then what to do? Now for that, there are two things. Either I can put fiscal month over in this timeline, so you will see it is go into the legend part. But say for example, if I put this month variable into my fiscal year, right? Let me put it fiscal month over here below my fiscal year, right? You will see there is something known as uh, hierarchy which is created, right? If you see over here, then you will see some hierarchy, you will able to see it. So we have some month and then you can just drill up the value. So now you see automatically we have created a hierarchy by putting a variable. So year is there. Now you can you see this drill down operation that are visible. So if you see, this is clicking on drill down level 1, right? So drill down level 1 will give you one level down. So you will see all the months that are listed for that particular year, right? If you go up into the hierarchy, it will show you the list of year it is there. Now, say for example, if I'm drilling down on one level, you will see for the revenue that is changing over a different period, but you will not be able to see for which year it is there because it is directly giving you the month. So you will see there are no, you can just drill down the value. It is starting from July and it is ending on May, but it is for all years. 2017, 2018, 2019. If you see the 3 years, 2018, 19, 20. Now, if I put drill down the level, then it will show you by month, but it is considering all year. But this is not the thing that I wanted. What I want is I want to create a hierarchy and I want to show it as a hierarchy. Right? Now, so in area chart, when you want to see the trend over a period of time and you want to drill down your data, then you have to create first of all the hierarchy. Now, in this video, we are going to also learn how do you create a hierarchy into your table. So now let's come over here into this data part. So if you see, I want to create a hierarchy. Let me just remove this, fiscal year from my visualization so that you can see over here also. Let me just resize it and make it a big one so that you can see it. Let's say, for example, I want to create the hierarchy of fiscal date, right? Financial date. I want to create a hierarchy. Now, how do you create it? So the first thing that I want is my year. So what I will do is, if you see there are three dots, which is a more option. So I'll click on more option and you will find something known as create hierarchy. Okay, so let's create a hierarchy. You will see there is something known as fiscal year hierarchy name that is coming over here, and you will see a hierarchy symbol which is there. Now, if you click on this arrow, you will see the first level is fiscal year. Now let me just rename this fiscal hierarchy first, and I will just rename it as a right. I'll go to more option for renaming, and I'll create on rename. Let me give this name called fiscal date. Since these are my dates for financial year, I want to create a hierarchy with fiscal date. So the first level is fiscal year. Now in this fiscal date, let me just keep it an open drop down mode. I want to also add fiscal month. So I'll just to add this fiscal month to this hierarchy, what I'm going to do is I'm going to this fiscal month, the three dots, more option, and this time I'm going to add to hierarchy because I've already created a hierarchy known as fiscal date. This will be visible over here, right? So I'll go to add to hierarchy and I'll click on fiscal date. So you will see another dimension that is being added, which is known as a fiscal month to my fiscal date hierarchy. Now, along with that, I also want the day to be there, fiscal date. Now, as of now, the days are not there into my table. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add my fiscal day to my calendar. So for that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to my table view, and over here in the calendar, I'm having all this variable date, year, month, fiscal year, fiscal month, and I'm going to add one something new column, which is known as fiscal day. Now I'll click on new column and I'm going to name this column fiscal day. Now I'm going to use a function, a DEX function, which is known as a format. Format is a function by which you extract the text value from the date variable. Now, where is my date variable? So this is the calendar date. I've already created a calendar table and that the first date that is there. I want to fetch the name of the day from this variable. So I'll put comma. Now format. Now format is what? Because it's a day, it is represented by D. So and D is a text variable and I want it in a abbreviated name. So I'll just, when this is a text variable, so I have to put in double quotes. So D, close the double quotes and close the bracket. D represents day and three letters of D represents that it's an abbreviated name. Now let me just press enter. So what will happen? It is going into the date column. From the date column, it is going to fetch the day and it is going, if you put and it is going to fetch the abbreviated day name. If I put 4 times D and after I press enter, so what will happen? It will give me the entire name of the day, Sunday, Monday, entire name. But if I write down 3 times D, then it is going to give me abbreviated first 3 letters of your day only, right? Sunday, Monday. So I have created this fiscal day and you will see fiscal date, it is added over here. Now let's again go back to the visualization. Now I am having this fiscal day. Now I want to add my fiscal day to my hierarchy fiscal day. So again I will go to fiscal day. I'll go to this three dot. I'll go to more option and I'll go to add to hierarchy and I will click on fiscal date. So you will see this hierarchy I have created. Fiscal year, fiscal month, and fiscal day. Now, if I click on this arrow, it will be collapsed. And if I click on this arrow, it will be expanded. So now if you see, there is fiscal year, this is fiscal month, there's a fiscal year, and there's a fiscal day. But these are individual variable, individual dimension. But if I click on this, this is a part of hierarchy. Now, what is the difference? Individual level, you can just drill down on a one single level, but if you create a hierarchy, it is going to give you more option to drill down your value over a period of time. So let's put it this hierarchy which we have created into my x-axis. Now if I click on fiscal date and I'll put it on x-axis, what will happen? You will see an entire hierarchy which is created. Now if you see this data is for 2018. So if I see this is at the lowest level. Now if I go one level up, this is going to show me the month name along with year. In the last, if you see, we cannot drill down by year and month because there was only single dimension. So we cannot drill down as per the year-wise analysis. All the years were considered, but in this hierarchy, you will see this is the first level. 2018 revenue, 2019 revenue, and 2020 revenue, right? Now if I go and drill down to the next level, so what it will go, if you see this, there are three levels. One first level is year, second level is month, and third one is day. So if I go one level down, it will show me the month and automatically it will show me the revenue also over here. If I again click on one level down, it will show me all the data related to month, sorry, day, right? And if I click on up, you will see my hierarchy which is there. Now if I click on this and if I click on drill down, you will see all the month name which is there, month wise analysis, it is there, right? And if I go one level down, then I will have a day wise analysis also, right? So if you see over here, can you see over here, expand all world level down? So if I click on it, it will show you all the detailed analysis of month by month. And if I again click on this option of drilling down, you will see at a day level it is month level as of now it is showing you, right? If I again click on this one, it will go to the day level, right? So here from at the lowest level of data, you can see it is given in terms of year. So all year, month and everything it is there. Now if you click on it, every year it is there. Now this is for, if it is for one level down, single dimension, you can click on it. But if you want to expand one level down in the hierarchy, you have to use this option. Okay, so if you want to go drill up, you can see the drill up option, right? You can understand this option. You have one level down and you have one level in the hierarchy. So if you click on this one, it will expand to the month level. But if you click on this level, it will give you the month level along with the year. So I hope you understand the difference between these two, right? I'll again do it so that you can understand it. This is at the highest level. Now if I want to go on the individual dimension, right? So for example, from year, I need to go to month, then you have to go to one level next. So this will show you what the month level analysis, but this month level analysis consider all the years, right? But if you want to see the bifurcation of year wise, then again you have to go to drill up and you have to choose this option, expand the level one down in the hierarchy. So if you click on it, it will show you the month also and year wise different analysis it is going to show you. Okay, so I hope you have understood the difference. If there is a drill up and drill down operation, and if you want to see by individual variable wise or individual dimension wise you want to bifurcate your revenue, then you have to choose going one level down in the individual, or you can say one level down in the hierarchy, right? But this hierarchy will consider all the years. But if you want to see year wise bifurcation, then you have to see expand all down one level in the hierarchy. So it will give you the year wise monthly analysis. If you go one level another down, then it will show you the year wise also, month wise also, and then for that particular month day wise also. So if you see, these are your revenue, these are your trend that is happening over a period of time. Okay, so this is at the most lowest level of hierarchy it is there. If you go to up level one, this is showing you year wise monthly analysis, and if you can see over here, and this is your revenue that is changing over a period of time up till from July 2018 to June 2020, all 3 years data you can see it. If you go one up level down, then this is going to show you year wise analysis, that is the highest level of analysis, right? So this was all about the area chart. In area chart, we have learned about how to plot the area chart, which are the axes that are involved into it, how we have to first of all transform the data, and then we have to use that variable into my analysis. In the time dimension, calendar dimension, how you create the hierarchy, right? This is the most important thing. You must know how to create hierarchy and how you can use hierarchy to show the trend over a period of time. Now, in this chart, there is also one another interesting thing to learn, and this is also most important, because whenever you are going to find out the trend, it is very important to show whether your sales or revenue are increasing or decreasing over a period of time, and what is the average sale that is happening it, and whether you are above average or below average. Okay, so the first thing that we are going to learn is um, analytics part. If you see, just select the areas, make sure that area chart is selected, and if you can go over here, you will see something, this magnifying lens, this is known as a analytics tab. Okay, so just click on analytics tab and you will see all kind of things that are available. You will see the trend line, x-axis constant line, y-axis constant line, minimum line, maximum line, and average line. Now this is the most important. We need to check this average line, right? I want to see what is my average revenue and whether it is changing or all. I want to see in which month and on which particular day my revenue is above average or my revenue is below average. So to add an average line, you just click on this average line and you have to click on add line. So what will happen? A line will be added. So if you see this dotted line, okay, we can edit this line. So this is my average revenue that is there. Now for that average revenue, now let's just change the color to dark red so that it is visible. And I want the transparency to be 0 so that it looks clearly visible, and dash, I'm just keeping it dotted one so that I can see it. Right? You can just increase the size of here also so that it is visible. I keep it like 4 point, it is easily visible. And position. Data label. Now this is also important. Data label. I want to see my data label also. You will see the revenue, average revenue that is there. That is. Now let me just arrange this also. Let me click on it. I want it on the right position, and I want it on the above text. Right. Data value. I want to keep it data value itself only, and I want red color. Display units. I want in terms of millions. Right, and decimal I want it until 2 decimal, right, with 2 decimal. Okay, and now with that, okay, so this is fine, right? So this is the part of editing that I have done it for this thing. Wow. Okay, so I can see my revenue that is there. That is, let me just put it on focus mode. It is 26.83. Right, the revenue is 26.83 for this entire mm, all 3 years. This is my average revenue that is there. Right now, this is a series. This is a line. Okay, we have done all the settings. The data label. And did data value I have added up to 2 decimal. Okay, so now the settings which are available that I have done it for average line. Now, in this chart, you will see my average line that is there. Now, see, you will see that after 2019, all the sales that I have been done, they are above average. Now, let me go one level down in the hierarchy. So, this will show me the month-wise analysis and year-wise analysis, right? The first level is year and the second level is month. So if I check the revenue, you will see that in 2018, my most of the revenue was below average. But if you see in the 2019, in July, it is somewhere above average. In August, it was above average. But if you come to October, the October sales or the revenue of October in 2019 is below average. Now, if you go to November, it was above average. Again, in the January, it was below average. So from this, we can say that on a particular month, the trend is like it is decreasing it. So we need to identify it, what is actually happening into the market or what has actually happened into the market so that our average sale has gone down. Right, from here, from this kind of analysis, we actually get to know that what is actually happening with our products and services, why our products are not being preferred. Suppose if the sale is going down, we need to identify why our sale has gone down. Similarly, if you see in the August 2019, our revenue has gone above average. So we also need to find out that what has happened into the market so that our revenue has crossed the above average line, right? There must there must have happened something into the market so that their revenue has increased from the above average, right? So this is how actually we analyze our data. If you see November 2019, we sale is above average. But if you see over here in the February 2019, in February 2019, our sale has gone below average, right? So here there are things to worry that what has happened into the market that our sale has gone down. Now this is very worrying situation, right? If I see the month on month, the fluctuation that is happening inside the uh, revenue, then I can see that the most of this revenue in 2019, if I see from this July to this June, then I can see that only there are three periods, that is May, then November, and August. Right, these are the 3 months where my average revenue is the revenue is above average. And if I check out again over here in the August, there is more revenue. Here also in 2019, if you see the revenue is above average. In August also this is above average. If you check out November, it is above average. Now if I come to November over here, then it is also above average. Then again, let me go to this part that is May. Now again, if I go to the May, it is above average. Now you can see what is the trend. Every year, like on year, if you see this month, August, November, and May, the revenue is getting increased and it is increasing above average. Again, if you see on the 2020, you'll see August, then November, and then May. Our trend is increasing in these 3 months and it is getting decreased in all the rest of the month. So from this, we need to identify that what kind of events are actually happening in this month, in particularly August, in November, and in May. What is happening in this month, or what kind of events, or what is actually happening into the market so that our sales are increasing or they are above average sale. And along with that, we need to check out that for the rest of the other month, what is actually happening into the market so that our sales are actually decreasing it below my average sale. Okay, so this average analysis, average revenue analysis is the most important thing in the business, which will tell you how your business is actually performing into the market. Now, if I go one level down into the hierarchy, you will see the year wise, you will see that particularly on day wise, if I do daily analysis, now this is my average analysis. So you see on particularly Tuesday, right? And say for example, particularly over here, that's Wednesday. Then particularly if I go over here, then Tuesday, right? You will see the most of the part. This is also like Sunday, Thursday, right? Then now here also we need to check out one another thing. Hmm. So now if you see over here, we need to check out the day on which actually my sale is getting increased, right? So drill up and drill down operation will tell you that what kind of revenue you have generated over a period of time, right? Even if you have the revenue, which is year-wise analysis. But if you want to drill down the operation or if you want to drill down your data, then you need to create hierarchy. And to create hierarchy, you actually have to create all this fiscal date hierarchy into the calendar tables. And that's why calendar table plays a very important role in creating the timeline analysis. Whenever we going for timeline analysis, it is very important to understand the calendar because calendar is fixed, right? And we need to make sure that whatever financial dates or financial year that particular country is following, we need to convert that thing into that fiscal calendar year. And this is how actually we create a fiscal date hierarchy, right? So now if you see over here we can do drill up, drill down operation, and we can add analytics. This is one of the most important part. It's an average analysis, right? We can check out and drill down the level and we can see the average analysis by month or by year or by day. Whatever analysis that we want to do it, we can create an hierarchy and based on that we can do drill up and drill down operations and we can see where are our sales that are getting above average analysis and below average analysis. Now the most important thing is suppose if I am having this month-wise analysis at one level down. Now this is the most interesting thing. Say, for example, if I want to see what is happening in California, so if I select this California, all my data, including all the charts, all the figures, and all my trend analysis will be filtered by California analysis only. So we'll see what is happening in California over a period of time. So if you see this August 2019, September, August, you have the majority of the sales, right? So we can understand in this particular region, that is California, the majority of the sales are coming into this August and September, right? So we need to identify the events that are happening it. Let me just click again on this thing. Now, say for example, if I want to see by region, right, or only by country. So let's select this chart and let me go to the and remove the state because this is only country analysis. Now if I want to see what is happening in Canada, so if I click on Canada, then this will tell me the region from where the sales is coming. These are the figures which are there, numeric figures, and this is the trend that is happening over a period of time. So if you see July to September 2019, if you say from July to September 2020, you will see there is a consistent above average revenue. So you can understand from this analysis that these are the months in which something is actually happening so that our sales are getting above average and there are a lot of months which are having below sales average, right? Below average sales it is there. So this average analysis will tell you that how your products and services are working into the market and if there are any inefficiency or we can say the deficiency into your product, then you can definitely improve the product. You can do a market survey. You can check out that from the primary survey that you can ask to the consumers. You can do a qualitative survey and you can just identify what is the problem with your products and services, why satisfaction level are going down, because from this kind of analysis we can understand that whether our products are performing good or not. Okay, so now this is the thing that is there. Now, one another interesting thing that we are going to see in this chart is the format visual. Now, this is also important. Formatting your chart is the most important thing that you need to remember. Now, here we have something known as x-axis, right? So it's a continuous one, minimum one. If you want to put it inverted range, if you have negative scale, then you can put it over here. As of now, I don't have it. Values. Now, this is important. I can change my color of the value. Let me keep it in bold, black color, and I want to keep it bold, right? And I want to increase the font size. I can increase the font size. Then display unit, it is auto decimal because it's a year. I don't want decimal. Title is automatically being done, right? Show title only. We have option on also. I don't want anything else. I want to keep it bold, and I want to increase the size also so that it looks good. Then on the y-axis, I want the values to be there. I want bold. I want black color value. I want to increase the size also because I want this revenue to appear look good. Then title, it is show only title by default it is there. I want to keep it bold and I want to also increase the size to 15 so that it is visible, right? This revenue. Secondary axis, I don't have it, so you'll not have any values over here. Grid lines. Grid lines are there. If you see, there are solid grid lines which are transparency but is zero. If I click on this, you will see, but as of now, I don't think so. Okay, there is any lines which are grid like black color. Is that visible? I don't think so. There are there. Okay, so I do not want it. Horizontal lines. Okay, vertical lines, it is on. Let me give it to the by default setting, that is much better, right? Horizontal, vertical, then zoom slider, I want to keep it off. Then lines, all series, I want it solid round, it color, it is blue, then it is fine. And shaded area, it is already on. Markers, data labels. So this is also data labels are also important. Markers, all category, show for all category. Okay, markers I wanted. And okay, the dot I did particularly triangle I wanted, or you can just keep it square also, that is also fine. Okay, by default it is circle, but you can choose the style font that you want it. Like rotation, I don't want it, rotation. Well, let me keep it square, which is visible. Then color, I want it red. Transparency, I'll put it to border, the most important thing. Border, I want it, and I want it black. Make a series color, right, that I wanted so that it is visible. Data label is done. Series labeling, if you want it you can label the series, but I do not want to label the series because its revenue is already there written over here. Then plot area background, so if you want to add any image or if you want to put anything image, then you can definitely add it over here. I am not adding it because I don't want it. Now border to the visual that I have done it, right, this is also done it. You can increase the point size also, right, so that it is visible. Just keeping it to my visualization 7 point. Then settings you can apply to individual. I don't want it, right? Markers I've already added it. Color I've already done it. Blue, let me give it quickly. Then interpolation type. Now this is also important. Smooth and step by step. I'll always go for linear one. Then joint type, it's rounded one. You have filter and you have pivot. I always prefer the round one. You can increase the width also, but it's fine. It's a solid line. Let me keep it as it is. Then okay, so rest of the things I will keep as it is, right? We just close it. Title also I want it as it is. Values also I want it. X-axis, yeah. Green lines I don't want it. Okay. So now these are the visual settings that I have done it. Now let me just go to general part. In general part, most important properties, height and width you can adjust this manually also. Title, it is by default revenue by fiscal year. If you see, let me keep it bold, otherwise I'll keep it as it is. Then subtitle, if you want it, you can put it subtitle, but I prefer directly the titles that are there. Divider, if you want it, right? And divider line will be there. I don't prefer the divider line. Spacing, if you want to put it, you can increase the spacing, right? And you can go up till 10 points, but I'll always give 5 point. It's fine. I'll always give it default. Then effect size, background. If you want on, if you are having any other background, if you want to add, you can add it. Visual border. This is the most important thing. I want my border to be of black color, and I'll just keep it 1 point, and width also 2 points so that it looks good, right? Visually appealing, right? And you also have to make sure that in this general category effect size, you have to keep it the borders and everything same for all the visuals, right? If you create a different one, then sometimes it looks odd, right? So all the things should be similar into your report. Shadow, I don't want it. Visual border there. Data format. Revenue, as of now, I do not want any kind of formatting. That's fine. Then header icon is on. You can just choose the color that you want it. I always prefer by default. And icons also trade down. Everything is on. I want it. Tooltips also I want it. Text, I will always keep it bold. Whatever text it is there. And alternate text, I don't want it. Right. Uh, Let me just title is already there. Keep it bold. Right. 14 is fine size. Okay. Done. So now these are the general settings that we have done it. Okay. In the area chart. Okay. Now if you see our chart look much better and much stunning than previously it was, right? So these are the things that we need to actually implement it when we are creating any chart, right? Now I can just adjust the pane so that it looks good. Okay, so slowly and slowly, steadily, we are going to build a kind of a report which is an interactive one where we can see the changes that is happening over a period of time. So, for example, if I want to see what is happening in the France, if I click on France, all my data, including the map chart, including this visual, let me go one level down so that you can see, they understand the change. If I let me just go back to my normal, this is my normal, and if I click on France, it will show me what is happening inside the France, and these are my individual data points, and these are my revenue that is getting generated over a period of time, right? And this is one level down, so it is including all the year-wise analysis, and you will see the figures 2019 and 2020. So we can from here we can understand that in France we have started the business in 2019 only. In 2020 there was no data, but this data is for 19 and 20. So in 2019 and 2019 this was the sales or this was the revenue that was generated, and this is how it has performed over a period of time. And these are the region from where the sales is actually coming. So again, say if I click on this dot, which is a seeing Paris, France area. If I click on it, my data will be filtered by this. So if you see in this particular region, this is how it is performing it, and this is the contribution, right? If you click on highlight it, it will show you the revenue also, right? The highlighted one is 14,52,041 dollar, right? Total revenue is 46, and these are the numeric figures that are there. So if you want to see the figures, then you can see the figures over here also, right? Let me just click on it. Let me go back to my normal view. Okay, so this is how actually you create an area chart, and you can see the revenue over a period of time. You can drill down the data and you can see the revenue over a period of time. This all is a part of a customer analysis, right? Customer analysis, because this is only the customer dimension that we have taken. We have taken only two dimension. One is a calendar, which is a time dimension, and the second dimension that we have taken is the customer dimension. If you see customer, we have taken under analysis revenue by region and country. So region and country is a customer dimension. Country is a customer dimension. The revenue figures that we have taken is a part of the analysis that we are going to do. So if you see, we have only taken one dimension, which is our customer, and the another that we have seen is trend. So particularly when we are doing customer analysis, what is the trend that is happening over a period of time? How your revenue is moving from different regions, right? So this is a custom analysis that we have done it, and we have created a map chart, a tree map, and a matrix chart where we can see the figures, and we have seen the trend that is happening over a period of time, how the revenue is changing over a period of time, right? So this is how you actually create a report, and you can interpret the report, and you can take the business decision based on the fact, right? Fact is basically our data that is there, and when we analyze our data, we can get to know more about what is happening with our business, right? So I hope in this video you have learned about creating the area chart, which is one of the interesting chart to know the trend that is happening over a period of time, right? In this video, we have seen first of all how to create hierarchy, which is a part of the time dimension, the fiscal date hierarchy that we have created, and we have seen that how we need to create our data into the structured manner into the financial year data. We have to convert our normal calendar data to a financial year calendar data, and then we have to do the trend analysis, because if we don't do that kind of transformation, then all your analysis will go wrong, right? So once you transform your data, you have to generate your data into a structured manner, and then you have to put that data into the area chart. So in this, you will get the trend over a period of time. Along with that, if you want to drill up and drill down the fiscal date, basically year-wise analysis, month-wise and day-wise, then you have to create an hierarchy, and you have to put that hierarchy into the area chart so that you can have a trend analysis over a period of time. Okay. Along with that, we also learned the most important thing is analytics tab, how you can add the average line, how you can format this average line, and how you can take the decision based on the average line. Along with that, we have seen how to format your visual of area chart also, right? So I hope in this video you have learned about creating area charts, putting analytics to it, and how you can format the visual, and how you can create a stunning area chart which will tell you the trend analysis, right? Trend analysis, which is a revenue over a period of time, how it is fluctuating it. Okay. So I hope you have enjoyed the learning of area chart. I hope you will experiment with this tools, and you will implement all the learning that you have gained it into this video. And I hope you have liked the video. Right now, if you have any question regarding this area chart, then definitely you can ask me the question into the comment section, and I'll definitely reply to the query. So I hope you have enjoyed the video, and we'll have a more such video on this. Okay, so please like the video, share the video, subscribe my YouTube channel to get more updates on coming videos. Okay, so I hope you have enjoyed the video. Okay, and see you in the next video. Thank you.